You heard screaming.
Heard screaming. I meet my McDonald's. I come outside. And I see this girl going nuts, trying to get out of her house.
Hello, and welcome to this video. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most shocking and heart-wrenching stories of abduction and captivity. This story takes place in Cleveland, Ohio in 2013. It's a story of bravery, perseverance, the unbreakable human spirit, but also about the willingness to help a fellow human in need. Our story begins on August 23, 2002, when a young woman named Michelle Knight vanished without a trace. Michelle Knight was born in 1981 and was 21 years old when she was abducted. A year later, on the 21st of April, 2003, a 16-year-old girl named Amanda Berry left her job at a local Burger King to go home. However, she never made it home. A third woman, Gina de Jesus, would be taken a year after that. She was born in 1989 and was 14 years old when she was abducted on the 2nd of April 2004 while she was walking home from school. So, not really a woman, she was just a little girl when she was taken. For years, their families and friends searched for them, putting up flyers, holding vigils, and pleading with the public for information. Despite their efforts, there were no leads, and the women seemed to have vanished into thin air. The morning of the 6th of May in 2013 was a sunny and warm one in Cleveland, Ohio. Their captor decided to go to a McDonald's restaurant, and Amanda Berry had been left alone in the house with her 6-year-old daughter instead of being locked up in a room like she usually would. When he left, Amanda saw an opportunity to escape and made her way to the front door of the house and started screaming for help, catching the attention of a neighbor, Charles Ramsey, who rushed over to see what was happening. Ramsey ran over to the house and tried opening the door, but found it to be locked. He then kicked a hole in the bottom of the door and helped Amanda to crawl out. Amanda then called 911 from Ramsey's phone.
Cleveland 911, you need...
Hello, please. Help me, I'm Amanda Berry.
You need police, fire, or ambulance.
I need police.
Okay, and what's going on there?
I've been kidnapped and I've been missing for 10 years and I'm here, I'm free now.
The police arrived at the scene a few minutes later, rescuing the 2 other women who were still inside the house. The women were then taken to a hospital for evaluation and treatment. As it turned out, the 3 women were being held captive just a few miles away from their homes, in a rundown house in the middle of a residential neighborhood. The house belonged to a person who doesn't deserve a name, so he will remain unnamed. He was a former school bus driver who had a history of domestic violence and had served time in prison for it. He had lured the women into his car with promises of a ride. Once they were in his car, he took them to his house on Seymour Avenue, where they were held captive for over 10 years. During their captivity, they were sadly repeatedly abused, and Amanda Berry even gave birth to her daughter Jocelyn during her captivity in 2006. He impregnated Amanda Berry multiple times and forced her to give birth inside the house, with no medical care or assistance. Michelle Knight was held for over 11 years. During her captivity, she was beaten, starved, and tortured. She endured the longest captivity of the 3 women and was subjected to the most severe abuse. In one instance, their captor punched her so hard that she miscarried a child he had fathered. Despite the horror she endured, Knight remained strong and resilient throughout her captivity. In addition to the physical abuse, the women were also subjected to emotional and psychological abuse, with him manipulating them and playing mind games to keep them under his control. Their captor was arrested and charged with over 900 counts, including kidnapping, abuse, and aggravated murder, for inducing miscarriages in one of the women, Michelle Knight. He pleaded guilty to avoid a death penalty and was sentenced to life in prison without parole. The women were finally free, but their ordeal was far from over. They had to navigate the aftermath of their trauma and rebuild their lives. The women became known as the Cleveland survivors and were hailed as heroes for their bravery and resilience. They wrote a book together called Hope, a memoir of survival in Cleveland, and advocated for victims' rights and awareness about the trauma of abduction and captivity. Their journey to recovery was not easy. They had to deal with physical and emotional injuries, as well as the aftermath of being isolated from society for so long. They also faced stigma and judgment from some who couldn't understand why they didn't try to escape sooner, or who blamed them for their own captivity. Despite these challenges, the women remained strong and committed to healing. They received therapy and support from mental health professionals and leaned on each other for support. It's essential to acknowledge the role of mental health professionals in helping the survivors recover from their trauma. These professionals help them process the trauma of their experiences and learn to cope with the lasting effects of their captivity. The importance of mental health support for survivors of trauma cannot be overstated. Another critical aspect of the aftermath of the abduction is the support the survivors received from the community. The outpouring love and support for Amanda, Gina, and Michelle was a testament to the strength of human kindness. The support helped them feel seen, heard, and reminded them that they were not alone. The Cleveland Police Department credited Charles with helping to break the case wide open. He received numerous awards and honors for his bravery and quick thinking. He was hailed a hero and became a national sensation after his interview with a local news reporter went viral. His life changed after the rescue, but he also faced criticism and scrutiny for his past criminal history. Some media outlets criticized him for his criminal past, while others defended his actions in the abduction case and argued that people can change. Regardless of his past, Charles Ramsey is in every definition of the word a hero. He rushed to investigate and found Amanda Berry trying to escape from the house, when many would ignore it and mind their business. Ramsey went above and beyond. He helped her break through the front door. He also stayed with her and her daughter until the police arrived. His interviews to the media about his role in the rescue helped to bring attention to the case. His quick actions and willingness to speak out helped to lead to the eventual rescue of the two other women. He is definitely a one-of-a-kind character.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you very much.
Either she homeless or she got problems. That's the only reason why she run to a black man.
Charles, thank
His candid interviews with the media and his colorful personality made him a household name and an internet sensation. He has since written a book about his experiences that was published in 2014 titled Dead Giveaway, The Rescue, Hamburgers, White Folks, and Instant Celebrity. What you saw on TV doesn't begin to tell the story. The Cleveland abduction case was a tragic reminder of the dangers facing women and girls. It also highlighted the need for better resources and support for survivors of abduction and abuse. Despite the challenges and ongoing struggles, the rescue of Amanda Berry, Gina De Jesus, Michelle Knight serves as a reminder of the power of hope and resilience. They have shown that even in the darkest of circumstances, there's always hope for a better tomorrow. Charles Ramsey's role in the rescue also serves as an inspiration to us all, reminding us that even the smallest of actions can have a profound impact on the life of others.
I was finally face to face with the man I remember seeing through that broken door. My personal hero.
So when they say, dude, you a hero, man, good looking now, I say, man, you need to shut up. The hero is that girl that got taken from her family and still fought and give up.
Thank you for watching, and let us honor the bravery and resilience of the Cleveland survivors by continuing to fight for a better world.